This council finds you guilty of high crimes against the realm.
I've committed no crime. I demand to face my accusers.
Your crimes are manifest. You will demand nothing. You have not earned death's release, and instead shall be banished. Left to the mercy of the Eastern Marches, armed only with what you can carry. May you live with your disgrace, should you survive at all.
Hello Exiles, I'm glad you made it out. This is Mr. A2G and we are playing Stormfall Saga of Survival. How are we going, guys? Welcome to this great game. Okay, so for some of you guys that have been on my channel for a while, please don't freak out if you're watching this particular video, okay? I've not reset my main game and started again. I am setting up a new series. So this is aimed at you new people who have just picked up the game for the very first time and want to start play it, but don't necessarily know what you guys need to do and how to survive and all that sort of stuff. So this is what I'm here for, and this is what we're going to do. All right, so guys, again, as I said, welcome. I'm going to be your guide, and we're going to get you guys out of the rut in the early stages, and we're going to help you out with this game. So with that in mind, let's get started and let's see what we can do to help you. All right, so first things first, we are going to start with our daily reward system and getting our bits and pieces. So that's not a bad start, if you don't mind me saying. So from what my understanding is, I've been playing the game for such a long time. The game has evolved in many ways, shapes and forms. So I figured now is a good time to actually start playing the game from start to help you guys with the newer implementations that have been given up until now. So you've got your daily reward system. So make sure that you check in on a daily basis and claim your rewards. Otherwise you're going to miss out. And if you want, you can drop a bit of coin down there and receive the double that is situated at the bottom there. So that's up to you guys if you want to go down that way. We've also got the daily quests that you guys can do in regards to crafting, building, adventure, visit places, defeat certain enemies. So things to check out that you want to do down there. Daily rewards is good because it gives you a bit of experience opening up these little chests here, and they're quite achievable, especially when it's early in game. You guys want to definitely jump onto that. So claim rewards, if you want to jump in to do that, you want to go up to where the sapphires were located, get into the vault and claim. Now I'm not going to claim or anything like that at this point. We're just going to leave it as is. So best value, if you guys really want to spend some money, that's up to you. Me, I try and not. The only reason is I want to try and give you guys a vanilla experience to, show you guys that you guys can actually play the game without having to purchase certain things. So that's what I'm here for. Okay. Anyway, basically Exile here is just past a few things. We want to sort of maybe craft a few things here or there. So basically, from what we can see, there's a boar that's just spawned in. Let's go ahead and kill him first. Perfect. So when I actually first started the game, I never got some of these things. So I never got a weapon in my inventory or armor to start off with. So you guys are very fortunate in that respect. So there's also our broken cart here that we managed to get, to pull along. And we've got a few of these goodies. So let's definitely equip that 100%. But you know what? I'm going to leave these here for now because I want to focus on other things. Now that I've got myself a satchel, we can definitely, start utilizing, that inventory space as well at the same time. So let's get into our crafting menu here. As you can see, we are level 1. So not a lot of things, if any at all, are available to us. So for now, this is what we've got to play with. Obviously you guys want to start off getting yourselves a stone axe and stone pickaxe for harvesting wood and stone, and obviously you guys want to get a campfire. So pretty much what we can get here is pretty much easily accessible for us to get. So to get the rushes, you just want to obviously pick them up, and obviously the berries in the same turn of phrase, and we'll just grab a few of those for now. So we'll grab these. I do want to get some wood pieces here as well, because we definitely want to craft up some wood. Sorry, craft up an axe. So that's that there. Already leveled up as well, so we're going great. So we've already unlocked another whoop, he's seeing me, that's okay. And we've already completed a quest, so we can definitely turn that in now, which is good. So let's just see, what else do we have? Okay, so I just want to gather rushes, wood pieces, and stone pieces. Okay, and for that purpose there, we'll be able to start crafting up some materials. Okay, so he's got everything I need. He wants to build a fire signal, so we'll definitely do that for you soon. This guy here, we're not going to be needing that at any time soon, so definitely don't worry about that, but we'll talk about it at a later stage. So for now, I just want to do a quick border run around the perimeter. Now you'll find that these guys will spawn in. Best thing to do to get these guys killed is you want to just sneak up on them real quick, and you just want to hit them from behind. That will give you a double bonus as well each time you do that, so definitely do that. And what have we got here? And don't want to miss out on any of that either. Okay, so let's just do a quick perimeter around. Okay, and let's just sneak up on you. There we go. So we're completing quests like no tomorrow. So this is good, guys. This gets you right into it. Quick levels, quick experiences being met. Perfect. We've already opened up a chest, so we've got a few things that are coming our way. So good thing there. Let's claim on that as well while we're at it. The build. What do we build? All right, perfect. Let's just get that. So they're asking to do that for us, so let's do that. So we've got the signal fire, which is going to be next up as well. But I probably jumped the gun there, guys, at this point in time. So what I probably should have done was stay true to what I said before and just craft up our basic materials. So I'm going to quickly do that, and we'll grab some of these as well. Now we're up to level 3. Now that's going to give us accessibility to a couple more things as well. So let's quickly look at that. Gives us accessibility to the spring, the tannery, the bed, and the sling as well. So these are going to be our little core base things that we're going to be needing for now. But I'm going to need a little bit more stone and wood, as it seems. Let's see what I can get. So I've got enough for that. There's a ton of wood here. So best thing to do at this point, guys, is that you probably want to get the stone axe first, because it looks like there's more wood than there is stone that you can easily pick up. So we're just going to do that now. Perfect. So now that we've done that, we will be able to get ourselves a stone axe quite quickly. We should be able to do that now. Perfect. Cool. So base necessities are done. So we are good to go. Right, so we'll just grab a few of these while we're at it. And if you want, now you can hit the auto button and start auto collecting as well at the same time, guys. Now bear in mind, if there's any enemy in the natural area, you're going to want to have to kill those first before you can do the auto. Otherwise your exile's not going to do that whatsoever. So just food for thought, guys. I'm sure you guys will discover that further down the line, but I'm going to bring this up now and let you know. Okay, so he's got a few things, which is good. Also, as you can see, there's a new icon up here. So we're going to go ahead and click that, and we're going to go over to the furniture, which is the teal field that we've just crafted before. So right now I'm just going to place that over here, and you can move these around, guys, so don't be discouraged if you've placed it and you can't maneuver it. You can most definitely can. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a quick 4 square there, just so we can start crafting up a few things as well. So what I mean by that is now we can do a small chest. So I'm going to need to grab a little bit more resources here, and we can do just that. So that's obviously going to be important for everyone playing the game, as we're going to want to store some things as well at the same time. Alright, so let's grab all that. Beautiful. That should be enough actually, so let's do that. Oop, missing out on one. Alright, perfect. There we go. So yeah, that is a must. Want to try and get these out before you kind of run to a zone, and you without any any sort of storage capacity, because the last thing you want to do is come back home and have nothing to put it in. I mean, you've got the cart there as well, which is great, but the cart's only going to give you so much in terms of storage capacity, and for me, I've already got a few things there, so it's not going to last me very long. Alright, so now that we've got this, we can start setting things up. So for people that want to, if they want to start putting rushes in and start crafting that, you definitely can. I advise to do it as soon as possible, because rushes is just one of those basic necessities that you're going to definitely need once you start playing this game a little bit further on. You'll need it to craft up certain things like armor, weaponry, and all that sort of stuff. On that, we've already got the weapon armor accessible to us. So this is your first tier armor. Okay, so as you can see, rushes are key for that. And you're also going to want to need pelt, which is this. If I can click it, there we go. So you do need to kill some animals for that earlier on in game, and cheesecloth. Now, cheesecloth, we'll get there in a minute. So you can get that from a couple of ways. So killing enemies, so being toads and goblins that you're going to see soon enough, and also cheese themselves if you get them through loot drops. But for now, that's our base that we're going to start off with. Now, we've got some decent weapons, which is great. Now, for me, what I would recommend is try and hold off using most of the weapons. So the dagger that we've just been received, hang on to it, guys. We're not going to need to use that right away. Unless if you're desperate, then desperate times calls for desperate measures. But for now, my suggestion would be is if you can get it earlier on, is to get the sling. Okay, the sling is going to serve you well for the next few levels until you get to, say, level 10 and onwards. You probably start getting some better weapons and things like that. Until we get to level 20, that's when we're going to get the bow. That's going to be our new best friend in terms of ranged weapons. The hardened spear is a good weapon to get, and you can definitely get it earlier on in game without any problems. But for me, you've got the club, which is okay for now, but I would definitely recommend invest your time and effort to get this, which would be the way to go. So rope is going to be the thing that you want to try and get as best as you can. Now, once we get to level 6, we'll get to the loom, and the loom is going to allow us to craft up rope, so we can actually use the sling later on. So definitely that's a good thing to note. Bandages early on in game is going to be pivotal for a lot of players, especially if you're not going to rely on food, and if you're struggling to heal up on food and things like that. That's going to be something that you guys want to sort of look at it as an investment. With that, potions of Mara will come easily to you guys as well. Okay, so you'll find a lot of those in loot drops. Flax linen, you can craft that by using rushes on the loom as well. And the hardest, I guess the hardest thing for you guys to get will be the spider venom. So eventually we'll get into that as well, and hopefully you guys will be able to get some venom further down the track once you guys have your sling in place, because again, range weapons at the minute is going to be key. Okay, but for now, we will we'll drop some of this off. we'll keep the items that we've got here for now, because we might need them as we get on into the zone. But this is our playground, okay? Just before we leave, this is all available to us, okay? So we can utilize our base for how we see fit, okay? And we can make our base. So anyway, let's just jump out, if I can close it, and we'll quickly redeem on some of our rewards that we've got. So let's claim that, and awesome, look at that. Fantastic. And we'll claim on that. Perfect. So we've already got a few chests on our way, which is awesome. So let's get into the zone, or the overworld itself first. Give you guys a quick little rundown on how this all works. Ambush caravan. Okay, cool. I'm just going to deselect that for now. We'll get into that in a moment. Actually, we might even go there first. So this is our overworld, guys. You guys will have a very similar variation to that of mine. Okay, so in my instance here, you've got a few zones. So look at them in terms of the skull representation as your difficulty. So the pine grove that we've got here is a 1 skull, so that's going to be your weakest, followed by the stone ridge. Ambush caravan is your half skull. Now more or less that you may not see an enemy at all in that zone, if any, so you don't need to worry about. And then you've got other ones like the forest over there. You've got the cursed forest up here next to the caravan, and the dungeons. Early on in the game, guys, I'm going to advise against going to those zones. Don't try your luck, because it's not going to work out well for you, okay? You're either going to die, and you might even get too far into the zone that you may have crept past a lot of enemies, but you're going to lose some of your most valued items, because naturally you're going to want to take those in before you jump into the zone, so you think that you're going to be well prepared. So for now, let's advise against it before you jump into that, okay? But for now, otherwise, you've got the Chieftain Stronghold, which is another strong, hard zone to level. The Woodlands as well. Woodlands is good for your wood, especially once you get the Iron Axe. You're going to be able to harvest a lot of wood in a short amount of time. And you've got the Dark Woods, which will do the same thing, but that will produce you oak, rocky spires. That's going to give you a lot of clay, iron, and stones. And you've got the camps that you see over here as well. Now these are just little raiders camps. There is a raiders hut as well. If I can find it, I will show you. There we go, the hideout as well. They are slightly harder zones, both of them respectively, but they can yield some good loot as well. But the places like the Cursed Forest, the Chieftain Stronghold, and the dungeon are going to yield one of the better loot drops as well in game. And you've got some of the other zones like the rugged cliffs that you can see here in the center of the screen as well. So there's some other zones that you can visit and frequent as well at the same time. But for now, let's run over to that ambush caravan. But actually, before I do that, knowing these type of zones and events, let's just run back to our base real quick, drop off everything, because I want to try and get as much as I can from that. Now what you'll notice with these zones as well, guys, is that these zones run on what they call a cooldown timer. Okay, so what that means to you is the moment that you leave the zone, it doesn't reset. There's a timer, that's what it's there for. So you've got, you know, X amount of time before that, you know, resets and respawns. So if you guys are desperate, then you guys need to quickly do what you need to do and loot as much as you can, clear the zone, and then move on to the next. Or if you guys are chain hopping from one zone to another, then you obviously want to try and go from zone to zone, get what you can, and then obviously come back. Or what I sort of like to do is the zone that has the longest timeout, which you guys will discover later on in the game, is that you can definitely drop all of your items back to the zone with the longest expiry point, run back to the one that has the shortest, clear it out, rinse and repeat, and then funnel that all back to your home base. At least that way you've ensured that you've maximized your potential in terms of getting loot, resources, and the like. So I haven't done this zone personally myself because this wasn't available to me when I started. So let's have a quick look. As you can see, we have quite the zone. There's a few enemies here that we're going to get. So here's a goblin. Won't be too hard for us to conquer, and he will drop cheesecloth and rope for the most part. Some of them drop nails, which is something that you definitely want to grab as well, but they're not overpowering, guys. So the hardened spear that we have here will be more than enough to take him out. And as we do that perimeter run through, I think they're the only two that are going to annoy us. So let's see what we can find. Look at that. So some decent loot right off the bat. So as soon as you get these events that pop up, guys, make the most of it. Grab everything that you can. Look at that. We're getting weapons as well at the same time. So this is a great start. So this is what I was saying before. You want to make sure that you have gotten at least a chest or two crafted. In my case, I probably should have grabbed a couple. I should have crafted a couple more chests, just for these type of events that you will get, because you don't want to miss out on these certain events either, or miss out on certain loot. So look at that, the main chest here. You've got an assistance hammer, some heavy boots, which you won't be able to get for a little while, and you've got a pyromancer's ring. Pyromancer's ring is a really good item to have. It's a weapon range. It emits fire. You can sneak up and you can kill enemies on the go as well, like you can with the sling that you can easily craft up. So like I said, I was never introduced to this at the beginning. So guys who are starting to play now, you guys are very, very fortunate in this respect. So look at that, we've even got quite a number of things. Now the workman's hammer is very rare, as the assistance is rare as well. So I'll give you a quick indication what I mean by this as well. So this is your main menu where you've got your player, your inventory, and everything like that. You can cycle in the left hand corner from your backpack to crafting weapons and to repairing weapons and clothing. So you can basically put an item into here, and you can put a hammer into here, and you can repair. Now I'm not going to do that right now, okay, because it's not needed. Too early in the game to even start considering these sort of things, okay? So right now all that we're doing is we're just building ourselves up, crafting, getting some resources, crafting some items, and at least this way you guys can survive the first few exchanges in game. So that's something that my aim is for you guys, so you guys don't die periodically after in succession, anything like that. So there's that potion of Mara that I spoke of before. So this here will heal curse points, okay? So cleanses curse points crafted at the spring, so you'll have the ability to eventually craft this as well. So a lot of these things are pretty much craftable. Things like the pitchfork, unfortunately, is not available in game to craft, so you're going to have to sidestep that, but you want to hang on to that for future weapons as well. The boots you can craft, which is not a problem. The mead here you can't craft, so you'll have to find that in loot drops. Nails, rivets, you find that through loot drops. Binding, you find it through loot drops. We said before, rope you can craft, and the cheesecloths you'll have to find on enemies or through loot drops if you find cheese. You can definitely craft the water skins as well at a point, so we'll get down there at a point. And the rusted iron you can only find as you're going through drops. But in any other shape or fashion, I'm going to quickly open up everything so you guys can have a bit of a look and see what's what. There's your cheese. So the moment that you start eating, it'll turn into cheesecloth, and you can use that later on. You've got a take all button that you can literally take everything at once, or you can throw back. So you can alternate in between if you need to. Easy as that. Okay, so this looks to be one of the main carts, so we'll see what we get out of this. And you'll notice from, oh, look at that, we've nearly got a studded armor, a full studded armor. That's amazing. Wow, okay. I was kind of hoping that you get the helmet and the gloves as well. That's cool. All right. hopefully we might find a full set of armor here, guys. Hopefully. Take all. So take all button's very important as well, just convenience, so you don't have to second guess yourself in terms of you know, what to take and all that sort of stuff, or you know, especially if you miss anything out as well at the same time. So yeah, there you go. So we've already got a sling there that we can use later on. So I might end up running back later on, just collecting everything as well at the same time. And for now, did I take everything? I did take everything. Fantastic. So we've nearly wrapped it up here, guys. Nearly got everything from this zone. Okay, and what do we got here? I may have missed a few things, but that's okay. There we go. Look at that. So we've got a full set of studded armor. That's brilliant. First early in game. Like I said, never had the opportunity for this either. These books, these are skill books. You just want to use them straight away and upgrade your weapon, your ability to repair items. Okay, so repairing items is very new into the game, and I'll explain that in another video. But the moment that you see them, you just want to click use so you can increase your skill points for that. Alright guys, pretty much this is it for the first initial video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. We're going to be continuing this series to get you guys up and running, let you know what best practice looks like, so you guys don't miss out on any missed opportunities. But before I go, what you want to do is, obviously once you've run back to base camp, dropped everything, created a couple more chests, come back to this zone and looted everything here. Sorry, that was my timer, guys. You want to try and get everything, all the raw resources. Free wood, free rushes. Guys, don't let that go astray, okay? Awesome. Alright guys, we're going to leave it here for today. Thank you guys for watching. Please, if you haven't, subscribe, hit the notification bell, drop a like, drop a comment, let me know what you think of this, alright? Thanks guys, I will see you in another video. Take it easy.